There's this guy. He watches self improvement videos every single day. He knows every code by Goggins, every productivity hack on YouTube. He says he wants to change his life, but he never really does anything. People laugh at him sometimes. They call him that guy who watches motivational videos and does nothing, and he laughs it off. But deep down, he knows they are right. He's stuck, motivated one day, unproductive the next, always thinking about change, never living it. And he keeps telling himself, tomorrow I'll start, but that tomorrow never comes. Until one day it does. That guy was me. These pictures, I took them on 13th October 2024. At that time, I wasn't happy with my life. I was just done. I had started following Hamza's Adonis protocol, and one of the first things it told me to do was to take a picture of myself before I began. Not for show, not for social media, but as a reminder of the day everything started. That was my first real step into my self improvement journey. When I first started this journey, I thought I was improving just by watching videos. I'd spend hours listening to people talk about focus, discipline, and consistency, and then I'd waste my entire day watching pointless YouTube videos, gaming, or doing nothing. And the worst part, I knew exactly what I was doing wrong. But now that I look back, I realize something. Even that phase wasn't useless. Because every video I watched, even if I didn't take action, was planting a seed in my head. Those ideas, those lessons, they were reshaping the way I thought. And eventually, when I was ready, those seeds started to grow. Now, I'm finally in the action phase. Every night before I sleep, I plan my next day. Like, I literally sit down, write what I need to do hour by hour. It gives my day more direction and makes me feel like I'm actually in control of my time. I meditate every day. Not for too long, but enough to quiet down the noise. Oh, and I gratitude journal too. It helps me slow down and see what's going right. I'll be honest with you. At first, it felt kinda stupid to write something like, I'm grateful for my eyes, or for this book. But after a few weeks, it felt much lighter. I started feeling much lighter and more at peace. You realize how much you already have with gratitude journaling. And yeah, I quit Instagram. I was just spending way too much time watching other people live their lives. Now my screen time has gone down massively, and it feels good not to open that app out of impulse. I've also quit YouTube Shorts. They were literally frying my attention span. Now I only use YouTube for long form educational content, where I try to watch things that are uncut and unedited, things that actually teach me something. And I've realized that watching self help content or educational content in general and not taking action isn't as pointless as people make it sound. Because your brain is still forming new beliefs and new patterns and new ways of thinking. Your brain is still rewiring. And that's exactly what happened with me. This is the second day of recording this video. But let's get back to the point. And the point being, there was a time when I used to watch hours of this content and not do anything about it. And it made me feel terrible. It made me feel horrible. It made me feel miserable. But now that I look back, I feel like that phase wasn't useless. It was just planting the seeds. I just wasn't ready to grow yet. And honestly, it's not easy. My attention span is improving. However, there are still some days where I end up scrolling or wasting my time here and there. But now I don't beat myself up over it. I'm like, okay, I messed up, but let's not waste any more time. The big goal is still there. I don't let this bakwas hijack my brain anymore. Before my self improvement journey, I used to play 6 to 8 hours of video games every day, and now I don't even feel like it anymore. Instead, I try to get 8 hours of deep sleep every day, and I track it with this app called Sleep Cycle, and the difference it's made is insane. I will never go back to my clock app for setting an alarm ever again. I'm also going through the trials and tribulations of becoming a good synthesizer through Andrew Kirby's synthesizer course, so that in the future my content gets better and I'm able to provide more value to you. Right now, I'm currently reading Can't Hurt Me, it's right here. And man, every time I read this book, I feel scared for Goggins. It's like I'm tired for him while I'm reading. I wanna meet him before he dies. or before I die. I want to meet him. Next up on the list is Can't Hurt Me. Oh, sorry. The Mountain Is You. It's written by Brianna West or Weast. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but whatever. Sorry. I'm also on dopamine detox and I'm following monk mode. It's not glamorous. It's actually pretty quiet, kind of boring, but it feels peaceful. It's like I'm finally rewiring my brain for long-term fulfillment instead of quick hits of dopamine. I've set two big goals for myself. The first is I want to become a YouTuber. I want to become a successful YouTuber and a strong-minded individual. I want to I want to master the art of persuasion and carve my path as an entrepreneur. The second is I want to have an aesthetic physique. I want to be proud of myself when I look in the mirror. I want to feel good in my own skin. I want my body to represent the discipline it took to get here. I've made a habit tracker to stay consistent on these habits and I've pinned it on my wall. I've pretty much made dopamine detox and monk mode my entire lifestyle. It's not a 30-day challenge, not a trend, it's just how I live. I'm doing this to experience what it truly feels like to live a life of delayed gratification. Because that's what's going to give me the real lessons, the ones that I can share through my own lived experience. It all started on 13th October 2024. That was the day I finally said, enough. And since then, every small habit, every quiet morning, every night, I planned my next day. And it all added up. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not even close. But for the first time in my life, I feel like I am not running away from my potential. I'm building it. And maybe you're at that stage where you are still just watching videos, still figuring things out. That's okay. That's completely fine. Just don't stop there. Start small, stay consistent. And one day you'll look back and realize you rebuilt yourself when no one was watching. And that was the day I finally said, enough is enough. No more stories today.